Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a review on the Barry M Dazzle Dusts, which for those of you that don't know, even though I'm sure many of you do, they are basically loose eyeshadows which are similar to like MAC pigments, so they're really highly pigmented, very pearlized kind of eyeshadows. And to be honest, I find these to be dupeable to things like the pigments, other than the fact that they are dazzly, whereas you can get very many MAC pigments which are matte. So I've only really been using these probably for the past month, maybe 6 weeks. I mean, I always used to bypass these, and I have no idea why, until a very good friend of mine, one of my best friends actually, she's like, "Do you buy Barry M Dazzle Dusts?" And I was like, no, are they alright? Are they that good? Because for some reason I have to admit to being a little bit elitist sometimes and thinking that, oh, if it's cheap it can't be that good, even though I have got heaps and heaps of Barry M nail polishes. But I kind of think of things like makeup and nail polishes to be slightly different, even though they are kind of one in the same sort of range, if that makes sense. So I decided to put my snobbery aside and to give the Dazzle Dusts a chance. And within the space of a couple of weeks I've managed to rack up about 10. So obviously to you guys, I hope that that means that it definitely is worth getting, and I'm really glad that I stopped being such a snob and actually bothered to go and buy them. So the first thing I'll say is they are very cheap. They're only £4.50, and if you compare them to something like the pigments, which cost about £15–16 I think, really worth the money. They're very pigmented, they're sparkly, they come in about 60 odd colours. They're always releasing new ones, seasonal ones, like limited edition types. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of the ones that I've got. The only comment I probably have to say is that I'm not happy about with them is the fact that in the store, because you can buy them from places like Superdrug and Boots, they have on the actual makeup stand where they're kept, they have the name written on there. And the way that the Barry M works is, it's not like a load of other cosmetic companies where they like have a fun made up kind of name. The names are generally in relation to the colour that they are. So this one, for example, is called Chocolate, and it is basically a chocolate colour, like a lovely brown colour. So the names are very much in relation to what they actually are, which is helpful. But the only thing that isn't helpful is the fact that when you buy it and take it home and whatever, or even in the store when you're buying it, it doesn't actually say the name of the colour on it, which is really annoying. All it says is this, like this says 53 on it. So I mean, 53, what does that mean? And they're all like that, and it's really annoying because obviously when you start to rack up quite a lot of these, which I've already got a fair few, I've got probably about 10. I had to go on their website and see the number on there and write down what the colour was so that I can show you guys the colour that I've got, because so many colours can be quite similar. You can have at least 6 different types of purples, about 5 different types of blues, which kind of blue is what. I mean, you'll say this one's a goldy blue, this one's a greeny blue, but that doesn't really help in that respect. You want to know exactly what it's called, or I probably am so pedantic that I really do want to know what it's called. So Barry M people, if you are watching, can you please just start putting the names on the bottom of it? It'd be so much more helpful than 53 or 92. It means nothing to me. Anyway, so firstly I'm going to show you a swatch of the chocolate one, because it is one of my favourites. See how pigmented that is? And I've literally just only swatched a tiny bit for you. Sorry about the shadow, it's my camera on me, I'm facing a weird direction. Another one that I really like is called 3, which is Pink Gold. So I use this a lot of the time as like a nice lid colour. It's kind of coming up a bit more pink, but it is a really nice pinky gold. Another thing that I really like is the fact that they are literally packed to the top, and you only have to use such a little bit that these Dazzle Dusts will last you such a long time, which is a really good investment to me. And by the way, at the moment, correct me if I'm wrong, Superdrug are doing a deal because they're £4.50 each, so something like you buy 2 for £6 something, so you're saving like about £2, which is another reason why I've got so many, because I've been buying 2 at a time. So the one next to it is now called Gold Iridescent, which is number 27, a beautiful gold colour. And the one next to that is called Old Gold, which is 24. It's a very tarnished kind of gold, a very almost rusty kind of gold. I love it. It's another one of my favourite colours. Obviously a lot of these are going to find on my favourite colours, which is why I've obviously bought them. So let's see. Now I'm going to stop swatching these on my hands because I'm making a bit of a mess, because they are quite sparkly. Obviously they're Dazzle Dusts. And another thing that you need to realise is that there is quite a bit of fallout, so I always tend to use quite a decent base underneath it. So this one is called Ice Pink, which is obviously an ice pink, number 1. You can't really see it that clearly, it almost comes across as white, but trust me, it is a really nice ice pink colour. Another one I got is called Khaki, so it is literally like a khaki colour, or khaki, however you say it. I think Soldiers Combats. There you go. This one's called Aqua Gold, which is a nice aqua gold colour, obviously. I have got one more, but I haven't actually opened it up. It's called Sapphire, and it's a very purpley blue colour. This was one that they had sold out in Superdrug, so I actually made myself go to Boots and buy it. How beautiful is that colour? How beautiful is it? Okay, so I think I've shown you most of them. I can't remember which one I haven't showed you now, because I've kind of left them lying around. Anyway, so I would highly, highly recommend these. I can't wait until I get paid at the end of the week. I am so going straight to Superdrug to buy a couple more. I think they've got a couple of like fall winter type limited edition ones, which I might get my hands on. They go on very creamy, they last all day. Obviously, as with any eyeshadow, I always recommend using some sort of base. I've been using my NYX eyeshadow jumbo pencils underneath them, just so that they can stick a bit more, because you can get quite a bit of fallout because of the texture of it and the way that it is, because they're dusts. They're not eyeshadows. They are eyeshadows, but they're dust versions of eyeshadows. I didn't quite say that right. You know what I mean. Anyway, I hope that you found this review useful and that it encourages you to all go out and buy Barry M's Dazzle Dusts. Highly recommended, 110% worth the money, the pigmentation, the quality and the cost, which is most important. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Bye.